What is going on, everybody out there? My name is RJ, and I'm joined by my co-host Trey and Jay Hero Harrison. Today, we're going to be talking about WB. Warner Brothers putting all of their movies on HBO Max. The entire lineup on HBO Max in 2021. So before we jump right into it, I just want to ask my co-hosts how y'all doing tonight.
Hey man, I am chilling. I'm chilling. Glad to be doing another video with you guys.
Hey,
What's up, Jay? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just glad to be warm in the house. It's a little cold out there.
Yeah.
Low key,
Yes,
I'm cold right
okay.
now.
Yeah, for real, man. I was freezing a little earlier, and then I was hot a little earlier, and then out of nowhere, I just got like freezing. So I'm not. I live in the South, so I'm not. Not that I'm not used to this, but I'm not used to it being cold in the South. So it's definitely yeah, it's definitely an adjustment. But so let's jump right into it, man. So as we all know, all WB movies will be hitting HBO Max the same day as the theaters. And dude, this is wild, man. I would have never thought in a million years that we get to see a theatrical release put on a streaming service the same day. Because we grew up, roughly around the same time, and streaming wasn't even a thing. Netflix came in the mail,
Mhm.
when we were coming up. And now we're getting to see movies that are supposed to be these big theatrical releases going on streaming services the same day. So I want to ask my first question. I want to throw it to Jay. How do you feel about these movies going to theaters in the same day? Because I know we had touched on it earlier when we were playing Call of Duty earlier, and you kind of alluded to how you felt about it. But let us know how you really feel, man.
Look, man, I'm kind of hurt by it. Honestly, I think that it's the right thing to do at this point because it's a matter of saving lives. You know, right now that's the most important thing. So, health over everything is what I say.
Yeah.
But as far as if it gets back to what it needs to be, it's going to be hard because they rely on concessions so much, and I just can't wait to just get back to the movie experience because everybody knows that it's just different watching
Yeah.
it at home than being in the theater.
Yeah. What about you, Trey?
It's kind of bittersweet to me because, like, on one hand, I love the theater experience. I love going to the theater and, getting popcorn and, getting so immersed in this movie. And then on the other hand, I'm like, well, now I don't have to pay to go to get that theater experience, and which is like not bad, but then you kind of like missing the theater experience, but then you also get to see the movie, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of movies that is gonna go onto the streaming service, which low key I kind of looked it up, and there's a lot of movies
A
that's gonna
lot.
go on.
Man,
Yeah. All Warner Brothers movies in 2021. And I guess to piggyback off what you guys said, it's bittersweet. I have a mixed bag of emotions about it. On one hand, if we take Mulan for instance, I really wanted to see that in theaters.
Hmm.
And I watch movies a lot, so I was on AMC's A-list plan to where I paid like $20 and I saw like three movies, a week.
Which is a
And for
great
me,
deal.
it's a great deal, man. I saved so much money on that. And I didn't see Mulan when it first came out just because I really couldn't justify myself, with with what I make, paying $20 to see, a movie on a streaming service. One movie, not like a bunch of movies, like not like paying 20 to have a whole plethora of movies, but I couldn't justify paying $20. So for me, it's like a mixed bag of emotions because on one hand, I'm glad that we get it, but I feel like it does take away the theater experience. Now, from my understanding, that these are going to be launched the same day, so we do have an option. But for me, I just wish that as a country, we had this, coronavirus, COVID-19 under control so that we could get back to it. Because if we're being real, there's a difference between seeing movies at home and movies at theater. I'm more likely to put my phone down and pay attention to a movie when I'm in the theater. However, when I'm home, I'll see a notification pop up and, next thing you know, I'm distracted. It's a whole different experience watching a movie.
It's too easy to just, reach for the remote and be like, okay, hold on, let me pause and then come back to it and be like, I'll just watch it later.
I'm exactly the same way. It kind of like takes away your I guess your ability to concentrate and focus when you're at home, because you have access to so many things when you're home. There are times where I'll pull up a movie on my phone, my tablet, but then I'm playing my game. It's just to a point where sometimes I can't focus, and I like the fact that the theater doesn't give me an option, because I can't be on my phone in the theater. So it's a big adjustment. So I'm glad that we get to see both sides of it, where we get to go to the theater and watch the movie, or we have the option of watching it at home, because Tenet was one of the few big, I guess, supposed blockbusters that released in theaters, and it didn't do as well as it could have done.
Which Tenet was I did see that in theaters.
Yeah.
And let me say, that's probably one of the most interesting, confusing movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And I didn't get to see it because it was in theaters. So, so do you feel like, let's segue into this. So do you feel like that this Tenet is a kind of movie that you have to see in theaters?
Kind of, yeah. There are certain movies that you definitely want to see in theaters, and I think Tenet was definitely one of those, because it's really just the whole sound experience and the immersiveness of the theater. Everything is dark, which you can make everything dark in your house too, but the big screen, you feel like you're in the car chase, you know what I mean? And it's just something different about being in a theater rather than being in your home, unless you have the money to actually put a theater in your home. But
and I'm poor, so
we're not making bank like that.
I got like $12 still paying, like not happening.
But I definitely think that Tenet was one of those movies that you want to see in the theater, like Inception. You definitely wanted to see Inception in theater, or the superhero movies. You definitely want to. Endgame. You want to see it.
Could you imagine having to see Endgame at your house instead of in a theater? I remember going to Black Panther, just how hype I was there. There's an energy that comes with a big blockbuster movie that you're gonna go see. There's an energy that comes with it that you just don't get at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that it's just at home, it's just a matter of how you take the experience, like you were mentioning about the surround sound system, having that experience, but that might be cool, but at the same time, you're still taking away the whole experience, like Trey was mentioning, with the rumbling in your seats, watching the Fast and Furious movie with the engine, just rumbling. You feel that, all that, and it's something that we want to get back to. But it's just going to be interesting to see how much money that they don't get back from the people that are going to the theater. So I don't know how it's going to go.
Because I know myself, I'm not comfortable going to the theater yet. You can, be as safe as you want to be, but there's always somebody who doesn't care. There's always somebody who's not thinking about you. They don't believe in the virus. They don't believe in COVID. So when they get in there, they're going to take their mask off. They're going to be coughing into the air. And for me, it's more so not about me not trusting myself to stay safe. I don't trust other people. And, theaters are breeding grounds for germs and bacteria. So I get why they're doing it. I am thankful, however, that they decided to give HBO Max, the entire 2021 lineup. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I wish we could just hold off a little bit. Or if once COVID is over, if they re-release these into theaters, there are a few that I definitely, would go back and see, because I'm looking now on their lineup and I see Wonder Woman, I see The Devil Made Me Do It, The Conjuring, Godzilla. You can't see Godzilla At home, man.
Mortal
Hell no.
Kombat.
Hell no, because the thing is, you can't watch movies like The Matrix, Godzilla, and stuff like that at home because those
No,
movies that you have to feel the whole like sensation of the surround sound. You can't
yeah.
experience it at home. No.
No, there's
Absolutely.
no way. It's incomparable. You know, even if you have a sound bar and all of the other things in the heights, no one cares about Space Jam. But
You
in the
know,
heights, you know,
Nah,
you're not
I'm not,
wrong.
yeah,
You're not
I'm not
wrong.
really checking for Space Jam. I was
I
scrolling
was
past and I saw it. I was like, I don't care. Like,
But
but
like
in
a
the
movie
heights,
like
you know, a big musical like In the Heights that's written, you know, by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the guy responsible for Hamilton. You want to see that in the theater. You don't want to see that at home. It's just it doesn't have the same energy, man. It don't.
I
it's
was also
not.
going to say, movie like Dune, that's going to be
Doom.
huge. You definitely
Yeah.
want to see that in theaters. And Mortal Kombat, there's just seeing the surround sound of the duh, 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 duh.
Exactly.
You want that theater
You want
experience
that.
for that. But also with Dune, it's gives me like a Star Wars type kind of vibe. And if
Mm.
you don't see that in theater,
Yeah.
like why not? It gives you a whole different vibe for
Yeah.
certain things.
Definitely. I don't know. I don't know. I get it though, but it's funny. Okay, a Momentum Media says theaters are coming to an end. And let's talk about that too. Drive-in theaters also at one point were let's talk about what has changed the industry. Drive-in theaters at one point were everywhere. Now they're very few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're seeing, theaters closing left and right. We're seeing we're just seeing things change. And I feel like, how cable kind of took on streaming and kind of changed the game. I feel the same way, same thing's kind of gonna happen with, movie theaters and theaters. So what do you feel about the industry, Jay? How do you feel like the industry is changing with everything that's going on?
So, in my opinion, I mentioned to you this earlier. We were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So basically, I think that I don't think movies are coming to an end at all. I don't think theaters are going anywhere because I think the pandemic will come to an end eventually. But also, it's the fact that we still have these other large companies that are receiving a lot of money because of whatever they're selling, and there's going to be a company that's going to if AMC and Regal and Cinemark, Landmark, all that go out of business, then what's going to happen is a big company like Disney or Amazon or something is going to pick them up and be like, hey man, like we just give us all your money and then we'll help you get more money, but we're going to rebrand this into Amazon or something
Okay.
like that. We're going to name it Disney Theaters or something.
Okay. So you think somebody's gonna come along and pick the bones and kind of, put everything back together, but in a different way that's more, I guess, relatable to the time we're living in.
Yeah, just because it's just a matter of how everything is going. And yes, the streaming is going to be a focus for right now, but we're going to get back to that point where things might be a little rebranded and a little different.
Okay.
So theaters aren't going anywhere. That's my opinion. But
Okay. What do you think, Trey?
So my thinking and my hope is that theaters don't go anywhere because people still love to enjoy the theaters, and a lot of people don't go into the streaming services like that. Like
Yeah.
they just have cable and whatever. But
Boomers, yeah.
yeah. But it is definitely going to hit the movie industry hard because these streaming services can afford to make these big budget movies. Like you've seen with Netflix, you've seen with Hulu making their series, and HBO Max coming out with certain movies. But certain companies, I think, will start to see a big hit because they can't release these movies into theaters like they originally want to, and it will just kind of change the game like that. But I think after the pandemic, things will definitely change a little more, hopefully. And just kind of make it better for
Okay.
the movie industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with both with what you guys are saying. I don't believe that movies are going away. I don't believe they're going to end necessarily. I think things are going to change. I think we're going to start seeing because things are changing and people are starting to see streaming services as legitimate competitors. You know, for cable, they took on cable, and at first people were like, "I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm sticking with my cable." But you see more and more people cutting the cord of cable and going strictly streaming. I don't have cable. And for somebody who watches a lot of television, that says a lot. Because at one point, I was holding on to cable for dear life, but now you couldn't give me free cable. I'm completely content with
Ain't
it.
no point. Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no point.
because I think it's when when I was living with my folks, I was just like, what's the point in cable? I don't even watch half the stuff on there. It's just
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was that much TV. I mean, I know there's a lot, but dang, like there's
yeah.
like so many channels. I'm like, I don't even watch like 50 of these TV
A
shows.
fraction
So,
of them. Yeah,
yeah, so it's like I think that streaming is the way to go, and plus things are just getting better with streaming, and that's the platform that people are going to stick to because, and that's the thing too. A lot of people don't want too many platforms. So I think that there's a battle right now between HBO and Netflix. And Netflix is still going to be the number one just because of how it is they're set up.
yeah.
But then there's still going to be that battle between like HBO, Prime, Hulu, all that.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
then
really, yeah.
and then we're gonna see people try to rise. Like I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember Quibi.
Oh
Oh,
man, could be dead.
they
Quibi.
tried to.
Quibi was about to get bought out because they're about to get bought out by some company, but they're like, nah, y'all going out of business. Like, y'all shows ain't even that good, and
They
like
tried
they
to
were
push
like
that
rebranding
so
their whole
hard.
thing. Like it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
They tried to push that so hard, and it just
It
didn't
failed,
work.
man. Alex from Momentum Media says, "Mark my words, we're gonna get a big announcement from Disney saying that their movies are coming to Disney Plus." Which I could see that happening.
I don't doubt that. Yeah,
I could see Disney doing that. I could see Disney doing that. Yeah, and it makes sense. I feel like these big competitors wait for somebody to make a big move, and then they make a move similar to it but improve on it a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I could see Disney doing that. I hope that they don't try to do the whole Mulan thing because to me that was a disaster. I wasn't paying for that. I'm sorry. And then especially with the way Disney's live action movies are, the hit or miss.
Yeah.
I definitely was not paying for Mulan. But to go back to cable, it's crazy to think how much the landscape of the industry of television has changed. To think at one point we had to wait for something to come on at a certain time of day. Just the convenience of streaming. And I think the same can be said for theatrical releases and releasing on HBO Max the same day. The convenience of not having to, wait to, buy a ticket, even though you do it on your phone, wait to buy a ticket. Like, this movie's coming out. It's going to be on HBO Max. As soon as you get off, hell, you're at work, you can pull up your phone and watch the movie when it drops the same day as the theater. But like I said, I guess it just depends on the type of movie that's coming out, whether you want to see it at your crib or whether you want to go to the theater and risk it. If you do go to the theaters, I hope that you guys remain safe. I hope that you guys are doing everything you can to protect yourself. You're wearing your masks, gloves, limited contact, social distancing, do everything you can to protect yourself because it's not worth risking it over going to see Space Jam. You know how irritated I'd be if I was on a ventilator over Space Jam.
And if you're seeing Space Jam, the new Space Jam in theaters, maybe you deserve it. No. I'm just kidding. No one deserves to get the virus, but
yeah. But it's like you're not gonna risk it over Space Jam. Like, yeah, what? You really like. You know how irritated I'd be with. You know how irritated I'd be if I have to come to come and see you guys over, and you went over Space Jam. Now to fly all the way out there to see you because you went to go see Space Jam.
You risked it all for Space Jam without Michael Jordan in it.
Exactly. Come on, man.
I was about to ask both of y'all, man. Are we gonna risk our lives to go see Black Widow, or what are we gonna do?
That's a whole nother tier right there. Now we're talking.
I've already seen Tenet in theaters, so
The anticipation for Tenet was a lot greater though than Tom and Jerry.
And also, I work every day in crowds of people, so if I got it, I've already got it. So like, what's the difference in seeing a movie? You know what I mean? Like I know I'm being safe.
Yeah.
You know, I know I'm around people all day who probably don't take the same precautions as me.
Very true.
So I'm risking it every day already.
I know I've been exposed a couple times just, you know, through my job. You know, I work in healthcare. So people come in all the time, and you know, I was with the patient one day. You know, I was getting them some stuff, you know, referrals and all of that, to, you know, food and stuff like that. And you know, I left, and then someone was like, "Oh, you know, he tested positive for COVID," and I'm like, "And no one told me that before I went in there." No one told me that. I mean, I was safe. I had my mask on and stuff like that, but I literally handed him a pen to sign for his stuff and took the pen back. I would have told him to keep the pen had I known otherwise. But this is what I'm saying though with the movie theater. We don't know what other people are dealing with and what they're going through. So if you're gonna risk your life, guys, to see Tom and Jerry, please be safe. Please be careful. Please be careful. Because we don't want to hear over for the record, for the Blerdture is not telling you to risk your life to see Tom and Jerry or Space Jam 2. That's not what we're about here. So be safe and be careful. Please. Going out and during the pandemic.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask, y'all. Wear it. But yeah, so let's jump into some other things. I don't know if you guys watch Euphoria. I'll kind of just, you know, vibe off it or whatever, but I don't know if you guys have seen the latest episode that just dropped on HBO Max. HBO Max is killing it. Let's give a round of applause to HBO Max, man. They're killing it. They are, man. They definitely are.
Wait, so you said there was a new episode that just dropped?
Dude, yes, there's a new episode of Euphoria that just dropped. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but it's one scene, and it literally had me just really. I had an existential crisis, like listening to this dialogue between Rue and her sponsor. It's definitely as well. Some people didn't like it because I guess they were expecting drama or like a death or something crazy to happen, but it's literally the most interesting conversation about everything from self-doubt to religion to depression, you know, suicide, everything like in one conversation. And it's so Zendaya deserved that Emmy. Fight me on it. Y'all can fight me on this. Zendaya deserved that Emmy. But if y'all have not checked out Euphoria yet, please check it out. It's now streaming on the HBO Max platform. There's a new special Christmas episode that just dropped, starring Zendaya, and it is amazing.
I just started it, so and I agree. She's really good, man. Like I like what I see. So
yeah, you're gonna love it. Once you get deeper into Euphoria, you're gonna love it. It's probably, you know, one of the closest thing to a masterpiece that HBO has done in a good little while.
Yep.
They did really good with this one.
Hey, side note about HBO shows. Have y'all seen The Wire?
I've seen a couple episodes of The Wire, yeah.
I love The Wire. I watched every single season.
I haven't finished it yet, but yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Season 2 sucked. I will say that.
Well, at least you could be honest about not liking all of it.
Yeah.
Some people down the hill when the show has a bad season or a bad episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So feel free to let loose when shit is trash. Yeah. So random question. This is a segment I want to do every now and then. So I've seen you guys wear glasses, and you know you got your glasses on now. I got my glasses on. Random question. So let's just say you out about minding your business, being a good, upstanding citizen. You know, you with your friends, you with your girl, and stuff like that. Somebody comes up to you and slaps you across the face. Now, would you rather your glasses fly completely off your face, or would you rather the gentleman slap them like this? Would you rather somebody slap your glasses off your face clean, or would you rather like he smack you and your glasses is like this in front of your girl, in front of everybody?
You know, I would rather you slap my glasses clean off my face because if you slap them like this, and because you slap them like that, they're still on my face. I'm about to whoop yo like you're gonna be more lucky with my glasses off of my face because they're still on. I can still see you. You know, you about to catch these hands. You know, if they off my face, there's a chance I might miss. It's a small chance. It's a very small chance, but you know, either way, you getting that ass whooped because you know I'm with, and everyone I'm with, they about to whoop your ass too. So, you know, like,
so you rather somebody pick your glasses up after the fight and hand them to you, say, "Here you go."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you,
I can
Jay?
clean them off.
Yeah.
They still on my face. I'm about to go for it. I'm about that life. Just make sure you slap my glass off my face. Make sure you knock me out too.
Stupid.
Coming for that neck.
Yo, that is funny. What about you, Jay? You want your glasses flying across the room, or you want a dude to smack your glasses like this?
Here's my thing. Now, hear me out on this one.
Yeah.
I see your trade mean, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. If somebody smacks me in the face and my glasses come flying off, them shit's gonna break. All right. At least if them shits are crooked on my face, then I can just put it back together and be like, hold on, let me adjust myself and whip your ass, because I'm not gonna have you just smack me in my face and then just have my glasses go flying off just somewhere else and be broke. Nah. So I'll look stupid for a minute like this,
Yeah.
and then be like, all right, let me adjust these, and then all right, let's do this.
So what if the guy, like, all right, so what if they smack your glasses off your face, right, Trey, and they give them back to you and they broke in half and you got to put the tape in the middle now?
Don't do it, Trey.
Man.
Don't do it, Trey. don't let them set you up like that.
Oh man, that is funny.
Like,
that is
regardless,
funny,
you hit me in my face. you about to catch these hands.
Dude.
My glasses broke, nothing. They still gonna be bent, even if they like that. You hit me enough to put them like that, you bent in my glasses. So either way, I'm gonna have to get them fixed. You know what I'm saying? So either way, I'm gonna knock you out, reach in your pocket, see what you got to help me fix these glasses. Cause
that is funny,
with my prescription, these things are expensive. You know what I mean?
I feel what both y'all saying, but I gotta go with Trey, man. I'd rather you slap my glasses clean off my face and then somebody hand them back to me after. You know how embarrassing it is, like, because you know somebody recorded this too. Like, imagine somebody slapping you and then like you become a meme, like with your glasses like this.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie.
And then
I'd rather be a meme, because I mean I'm gonna be even mad because the fact that you give me my glasses and I have to tape them and look like Harry Potter, so I will not force myself to do that.
And you know, also there's a point you get slapped and your glasses get like this. There's a second of you being in shock, so your glasses are gonna stay like this for a minute. So everyone's gonna be looking at you and you just. And you know, I'm not trying to be looking like a fool. So you better slap them clean off, or you know, I'm just either way.
Tell him, Desiree.
I'm about to whoop that ass.
Desiree said she gonna jump in.
Hey, she from Philly. She don't play that.
Desi's not it.
She don't play that.
Oh man, that is funny. Okay, I see where both y'all coming from. I do. Hopefully, we don't never get our glasses slapped off or crooked.
Y'all can look at me real quick and be like, you know, hey, you good? And I'll be like, yeah, I got it.
Let's make a pact now. If we ever out and someone smack one of our glasses off or crooked, we gonna have to jump. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like we gonna have to jump.
I'm about it.
We don't play that at FTB. You slap one of our glasses off, you slap them off. You better slap them all off.
Yeah, for real.
You better be big as the Rock.
Exactly.
You better be ready, cause
we coming for you.
We coming for
you. FTB. Yeah. But I had fun tonight, fellas, talking, movies and TV in the industry with you guys. Definitely some, good conversation, some insightful, insightful conversation. I think that we have, a good understanding of where we think things are going to go, and we have a good understanding of, how things are now. So with that being said, before we get off of here, I just want to give you opportunity to plug yourselves. So Jay, go ahead. What do you got going on?
Oh man, we got a lot going on. RJ, you and I got a podcast coming up on Wonder Woman this Friday, and then also you can follow me at Hero Harrison Talk, and you can follow us on Facebook for the Blerdture, of course. And we always posting. We always, I'm always posting polls. Make sure y'all check out the polls. I'm always trying to mix it up and just pick at your brains and see what you guys are interested in, what you guys like. So feel free to hit me up anytime. And we got a lot going on, y'all. A lot of good stuff coming. So
word. What about you, Trey?
Yeah, you guys can get me on Instagram, Maximum Spider, right there. I'm also on TikTok, Spider Boy. That's boy with 2 eyes, because I had to be different. You can also follow me on Facebook, Trey Mosley. I post on there our updates for the Blerdture, but we also have the For the Blerdture page, so make sure you follow that too. But yeah, I should be trying to get on the For the Blerdture Instagram, show you guys a little bit of my collectibles, because I do have a lot. And yeah, that's me and Jay also just posted a podcast. We talking about the Three Jokers comic. We get real into depth about that and go into a little bit of backstory on some stuff, and it's really good. So check it out, y'all.
Good. All right, and you can follow me on Instagram at Avatar Rating. Also, you can check me out on for the Blerdture as well. I do more of the graphics and stuff like that, but I am on there as well. We, as Trey said, we do have a Facebook page or a Facebook group for the Blerdture, so make sure you check that out. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends. Also, stick around because we are going to be rebranding soon. Transferring more stuff over into the For the Blerdture and become just more of a family and umbrella. And, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like this video once again, share it with your friends. And most importantly, we need you to subscribe. With that being said, later days. And remember, Blerd is bond.
Blerd is bond.
Blerd is bond.
We out.
Deuces.